Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and a Friday campaign event down in South Carolina shows just how far the stock of one Robert Francis O'Rourke has fallen. Of course, the failed Democrat candidate for a Texas Senate seat last fall. Yep, he is one of the roughly 24 individuals seeking the Democrats' presidential nod in 2020, and for a while, it was actually going quite well for Mr. O'Rourke. I mean, think back just a few months' time, and everyone in the leftist media, they were fawning over O'Rourke. They were talking about how he was the hip, young, woke candidate, and they all loved him. He was getting on the front of magazine covers. He was getting invited to all the talk shows. Things were going great for O'Rourke. But then along came a guy named Pete Buttigieg, the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. Buttigieg announced that he too was going to be seeking the Democrats' presidential bid in 2020, and then things started to go south for Mr. O'Rourke. Heck, he was dropped like a hot potato at that time, because it turns out that Pete Buttigieg is hipper and younger and more woke than O'Rourke is. Oh yeah, and Buttigieg, she's also homosexual, and that checks the box on the Democrats' identity politics checklist. So yeah, sorry there, Mr. O'Rourke, you're kind of last week's news. In comes Pete Buttigieg. He's totally stole the spotlight. So now the phony Mexican, Beto, as he calls himself, Mr. O'Rourke, had to go ahead and try and figure out, okay, how am I going to bounce back from this? I've been kicked to the curb. What can I do to try and make myself relevant again? Because my campaign is clearly on life support. Well, fast forward to last Friday, you had O'Rourke going down to South Carolina and doing what a handful of Democrats seeking the party's presidential nod in 2020 have done: endorse slavery reparations. You've got O'Rourke in front of this crowd down in South Carolina, a crowd of African Americans talking about, if I become president of the United States, I will actively pursue slavery reparations for African American people in this country. And O'Rourke, yeah, not everybody's on board with the idea, but he has a theory why everyone in the United States is not on board with slavery reparations. According to O'Rourke, the reason why everyone in the United States isn't on board with slavery reparations is because white people just don't get it. Huh. That's interesting. Well, I'm a white person. Why don't I go ahead and see if I can go through this? What part of it, Beto, is it that us white people, which I remind you, you are too, you can pretend to be a Mexican all you want, you're white as well. What part of it is it that white people aren't getting about this? Do we not get that all of the white people who would be forking over the money to pay these slavery reparations, that not a single one of us has ever owned slaves in the United States of America? Are we missing that part? Oh, wait, no, we get that part. How about the fact that all of the African American individuals who would be receiving this money, how about the fact that not a single one of them was ever enslaved in the United States of America? Are we missing that one? Oh, wait, no, we get that one too. How about this one? How about that this entire idea of slavery reparations, it is totally racist in and of itself, because you are collectively punishing and collectively rewarding individuals merely based on the color of their skin, which is the textbook definition of racism. Are we missing that part, Beto? Oh, wait, no, we've got that one also. See, it seems that us folks who oppose the slavery reparations, we've got a pretty good grasp on what is going on here. And you know what else we know? We understand that this is just some pathetic ploy from some guy who wants to run for president, even though he really hasn't accomplished that much in life, even though he doesn't have a meaningful platform to run on. The guy just knows he wants to be president because he wants the money and the fame that comes along with it, even though he has no ideas how to make the United States of America a better place. And now it's so pathetic that he's going around trying to pander to African Americans with this stupid racist slavery reparations crap. Hey, Beto, look, man, I hope that you enjoyed your 15 minutes of fame. I really hope that you loved every second of it, because for the rest of us, it was 15 minutes too long. And fortunately now those 15 minutes are over, and those 15 minutes are never coming back again. And that's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.